Hey guys, Fred and Sheila, Hatfield McCoy Museum and Adventures. We're still on the adventure part. We are in our first week of being bounty hunters. Somebody was correcting us on something earlier on the Sheila's channel.
Yeah.
And I said, be patient. We're just learning. We've not been bounty hunters but a week now. Sheila's going, oh, you know that up there. That's what we're on.
Right here.
We've got several places to go today. We're going to start off back at exit 49 and look for the buzzards.
Okay.
If the buzzards are still there, we brought our boots.
Yep.
The other day we were worried about snakes because I don't know how we done it, but we forgot our boots when we left. And we're out there in tennis shoes and so forth. So we brought our boots today just in case we have to. If the birds are still there, we're going to go try to find what they were circling around.
Yeah.
We've got several topics. People that's had questions, people that wrote comments. Thank you for your comments.
Thank you all so much. We appreciate your all's advice and comments that you give us.
And yeah, there's some interesting reading and different takes, different people's different opinions. That's so we took some of those and wrote them down here on our way to. First, we're going to Mount Vernon. Then we're going to go by the gun store in London, Kentucky, where Joseph bought his second gun. From what we understand, the first gun was confiscated when he pulled it on his neighbor and pointed it at his neighbor and his son, the neighbor's little boy, after he'd thrown a rock at their dog, and they come over there to confront him about it, and he pulled a gun on him, and the gentleman went and took a warrant for him, and from the way I understand it, when Joseph was arrested, they took his AR. He had two. That was his first AR. Guys, let's talk about AR.
Okay.
AR, assault rifle. For some reason, people in life has put that word or those initials AR with assault rifle. You can take that little 22 rifle we've got, or any kind of rifle that we've got, and call it an assault rifle if you want to assault somebody with it. I've got an assault knife here in my pocket if I want to assault somebody. AR was actually the name of the company that first started making those guns. That's their trademark, that's their name. But somewhere along the way, somebody just put those two initials and thought, well, look there, he's got an assault rifle. There lays a rock on the side of the road. I guess Cain killed Abel with an assault rock. Because, see, anything you assault somebody with becomes an assault weapon. So don't always pay attention to everything you hear. And while we're on the topic, I'll just cover one thing that was on the list. And a lot of people complains over assault rifles.
Right.
Over AR-15s. Oh, AR-15s are so dangerous. They've got 30-round clips. They've got banana clips. Guys, there's 30-round clips sitting in these guns all over the place. They ain't assaulting nobody. They ain't killing nobody. It's not that. It's the person behind that gun. Right now, we're driving a 6,000-pound bullet. This is a 6,000-pound bullet Sheila and I are in. This thing is like a tank.
Yeah.
We're in a Hummer, and it's like a tank. And let this next vehicle that comes down the road at us, and all of a sudden you've got a demented mind behind this steering wheel. Here comes a truck, and I get right here at this truck in this 6,000-pound bullet, and all of a sudden, boom, I cut toward the left and hit that truck head on. I just killed a driver, maybe a driver and passenger, maybe a driver and a whole bunch of kids, a whole family I just killed with this one 6,000-pound bullet. So it's not the gun. If somebody's mindset is set to kill somebody, they're going to find a way. A knife, gun, a rock, a vehicle. They're going to find a way. That's human intuition. Humans are smart, inquisitive. We're going to find something to do something with if we want to do it bad enough. Now, everybody talks about these ARs. These ARs are a single shot. Unless you've got a special permit to shoot automatic, you got to have a special permit to switch it over. But even on automatic, guess what's? And I'm surprised that nobody's ever done this in life, and I've never even brought it up.
Okay.
But what's better than a AR would be a shotgun.
Okay.
A shotgun with double-aught bug, with number 4 shot. Double-aught bug has 9 pellets in it, 9 bullets, the size of a 38 bullet. You can take a 38 and put 9 of those in one shotgun shell. Put the wadding in, put your powder in, put your primer in, and you've got 9 bullets in one that spreads like 12 inches over every 10 yards or so, something. Don't hold me to that. I'm sure I'm gonna get corrected on that because I'm not up on my weapons like I once was when we used to teach. But
yeah,
there's a spread there. The farther you are back, the more those 9 rounds are going to spread. You can stand 30, 40 feet back, and you can take out 6 or 8 people standing 10 to 12 feet apart. So there's a lot more deadly guns than they are the AR-15. So that was just one of the pointers I wanted to make there, as far as a shotgun in close quarters, a shotgun with an extended magazine, and you got you a bandolier full of it. If you practice, it don't take that much practice to know how to load a shotgun, whether you've got a pump or an automatic. They make a semi-automatic shotgun the same as the AR, that boom, and it ejects it and chambers another one. You don't have to use a pump. You know, a lot of people don't understand, why does police officers use pump shotguns? We've got one in the back here. Maybe after a while when we're out in the woods I'll show you, but why does police officers use pump shotguns? It's the psychological effect. We never keep a round in the chamber of a shotgun. Police officers never keep a round in the chamber of a pump shotgun. We do in our pistols, we do in our backups, we do in everything. Everything a police officer has is loaded. We carry them loaded, locked and cocked. Except a shotgun. Why is that? I'll show you after a while, but I'll tell you now. Okay. When you get out of that car and you pull that slide back and let that action go forward, ka-chunk, and you hear that, there's nothing that sounds like a pump shotgun chambering around and going forward. Now, somebody in these, that's funny, somebody in these comments said, tell us a story on every video.
Oh, here you go.
And that's weird how, I tell you, I can't run out of stories. 40 years in law enforcement and 3 years in the Marine Corps.
You got plenty.
But I'll tell you what happened one time. Sheila and I were there the other day. We were at Peter Fork on Blackberry the other day, going over to do a video on the Grapevine video. And Peter Fork was a little road that cut up, the little holler cut up to the right. Years ago, myself and my partner, Paul Hatfield, we were Hatfields and McCoys. Everywhere we'd go to pick up prisoners, whatever we would do back then, we would introduce ourselves, Detective Hatfield and McCoy, when we would get there, and they thought we were lying. We go to Georgia, South Carolina, wherever, pick up prisoners.
Yeah.
They think we was lying, Hatfield and McCoy. And they would have to have a business card. We went through more business cards than anybody in the sheriff's department, probably. Everybody had to have a souvenir. Went to I'm getting off on all kinds of subjects, but we went to a street survival course for police officers in Huntington, West Virginia one year. And Poison, Brett Michaels was there performing. Later on that night, he come into the lounge, and him and Ricky Rocket and several of the band members, and they couldn't believe that we were Hatfields and McCoys. And we gave them a set of handcuffs, and long story there, but it's I've got some stories to tell. Let's go back to Peter Fork, and let's go back to the shotgun.
Yeah.
Myself and Paul Hatfield, Detective Hatfield, was working on Blackberry Creek Halloween night. Now, back home, I don't know how it is where you all live, but where we're from, can you guys say?
Yeah, I got you.
Well, or was you trying to show off to the side? The camera was over there.
Oh, no, you were still in the lens here.
Okay. Well, I don't have to be really, but I didn't know if you was.
Yeah.
And
y'all were out Halloween
we were
night.
working Blackberry, and Pike County up in the mountains is real. Halloween is a special night. They get pretty
rowdy.
Youngsters get pretty rowdy, pretty mean. And it's not just youngsters, it's older ones too. So they called us to go to Peter Fork, and they said there's a tree across the road. The road's blocked. And we go up Peter Fork, and we get almost up to the first house, and here's a tree across the road. It's not very big, 6 or 8 inch tree, just laying across the road. It's not so big that me and Paul couldn't get out and pull it out of the road. Not thinking. We get out, get ready to get a hold of the tree to pull it out of the road, and all of a sudden, rocks and eggs and anything that you could imagine was coming off the side of this hill. Now, Peter Fork is a hollow. There's a hill on both sides of it, so it's you got a creek, a road, and 2 hills. And here we were getting pounced with rocks and eggs. I run back to the car, passenger side. Paul was driving, and I reached in and grabbed a shotgun. And when I come out, ka-chunk! I chambered around, and when I did, it sounded like Sasquatch. It sounded like Sasquatch going through those woods. They was running into trees. It was you could hear them a holler. They were drunk, of course, and it was men and boys. And I didn't tell the second part.
Okay. Yeah, you forgot the
second tree.
Yeah.
Yeah. When we got out to move the first tree, they already had a second tree about the same size that was already cut. They must just been holding on to it with a rope, or barely had to take one more axe to it. Because when we got out to move the first tree, all of a sudden behind us, a second tree fell. So they had us wedged in. We wasn't going nowhere.
Right.
And then that's when they started pouncing on us with the rocks and the eggs. And I grabbed the shotgun. I didn't have to shoot around up in there. They took off like... And where we was talking about shotguns. So that's why police officers carry pump shotguns rather than carrying semi-automatic. And that is so they can hear the action each time go home, and they know what's just been loaded in that barrel. Guys, we're going to, you can turn around, but we're still in Lincoln County,
right?
And we're headed to we're going to go through 150 down to Mount Vernon, and we're going to take 75 back up to 49. We're going to go by the truck stop, see if we can see the buzzards. If they're there, that's going to be our routine for today. If they're not there, we're going to London. We're going to the gun dealer and see if we can get any information.
Interview some people there.
If we can. And then we're going to go from there. We're going to go back to Gray. We're going to go back to where the little brown house is at, where Joseph was supposed to have been living. Now, we've got 2 reports, and I also seen where JR had reported where he went to Woodbine.
Woodbine, yep.
And in Whitley County. So we're going to go there also and see what the deal is there.
Yeah.
Where Hinkle, I think on the mailbox was Hinkle Couch. So see if that's his grandpa, his uncle. See if we can talk to anybody. Probably not.
Yeah.
But Sheila and I's got an interesting day planned. She's got us an agenda wrote down. We'll see how it goes.
Yeah.
And let me get you in there.
Hi guys. Hope you're having a great morning. Thanks for all you all are doing for us right now, like subscribing and all the great comments you're leaving us. We really appreciate all that you're saying and doing for us. Thank you all so much for that. so we'll catch you in a few. Bye.
Sounds good.
Okay.
Okay, guys. Sheila and I was driving along.
Yeah.
I know everybody don't like to see you driving and talking. You'd rather be out in the woods and all that. But we've got a question for you, especially you CSI people out there. What Sheila and I's question is, why did Joseph shoot from that ledge? What was the reason for that? Now, we have our own opinion. We've come up, put that camera on you, son.
I'm on there, I promise.
And we have our own opinion, what we talked about. But what do you all think? Why would he, if he lives in Gray, Kentucky, probably 30 miles away, 30 or so miles down I-75 from exit 49 where he done the shooting, why would he travel that distance from Gray to exit 49 to shoot? Or even from, if he's in Woodbine.
That's what I was going to say. Even if he was from Woodbine.
If he's moved there.
Farther.
Now, some people says that he may have moved from Gray to Woodbine, just be staying up there with family after they got the warrants on him. That warrant Sheila showed you a while ago was from February of this year, where he had been arrested for threatening his neighbor. So, no matter where he lives at, why would he travel? And Sheila had a good question a while ago about the gun. He went all the way back to London.
Yeah, why would he go all the way to London to buy a gun and then come all the way back?
To 49.
So he's had
to
a plan
exit 49. What is the importance of exit 49? Now, we're going to give you ours. We're going to tell you what we think. This is nothing but pure guessing.
Right.
And it's probably wrong.
Right.
But the only thing that we could come up with while we're sitting up there on that cliff the other day is how nice and peaceful that place was. What a place for a first date, for your first intimate contact with each other, whatever it might be, the significance. What is the significance of that place to him that he wanted to go there and just destroy whatever good memories he might have had of that place by shooting at people on the interstate?
They could have been, like you said, four-wheeling or something, you know.
They could have, there were some people on our channel, and they talked that they used to four-wheeler up through there years ago. And that's interesting because they said that used to be open. We know that the local people knows about that place, and in fact in our notes somebody even gave us the name of it, what it's called, and we'll discuss it later. But what is the significance of him traveling up and down 75 out of all the cliffs, all the hills that he could have got on and shot from?
That was easier to get to. The places were easier to get to. Why did he go all the way there through all of that brush and stuff to get to that one spot? There's a reason for it. We may never know it, especially if he's dead. We'll never know. But Sheila and I have a feeling that him and his girlfriend or his wife or somebody down the road, that has been a special place to somebody, and that is the reason he wanted to destroy. That's our opinion. Nothing but an opinion. Everybody's got one. Exactly.
And we want to hear yours.
Yes, please leave comments below about what you think the reason why he did that. And I've seen where some of them said they thought it was planned, That's a good possibility, because it still doesn't make sense why you would travel so far one direction and come back to that point. So,
all right,
sounds
guys.
Good. All right, catch you in a few.
Hey guys, we're now on 150 headed toward I-75. About 25-30 minutes away. Sheila and I were discussing a news article that we had read. And what was it, Sheila, about the 2,500?
It said his cell phone was pinged at 6:53, 2,500 meters from the tower. But it was an hour later after the shooting.
Okay, guys. They're saying that his phone pinged 2,500 meters away from the tower, an hour and something after the shooting. Now, for all of us, some of you guys are probably in agreement with me.
Yeah.
I was thinking, as soon as he shot, threw the gun down, took off, hoboed a tractor trailer over there at the truck stop, because it took a while for the police and dispatchers and everybody to figure out what was actually going on.
Right.
This is so far-fetched for something like this to happen. I'm sure when it first happened, somebody didn't say, oh, somebody's up in the hills shooting.
Right.
You know, they thought it was a passing car. They thought it was, who knows? I wasn't there. I'm not investigating it, but it's took them a few minutes before they started saturating the area with police officers and looking. So I'm thinking, well, he's run over to the truck stop, hoboed a truck. Right. Somebody else said probably kidnapped the truck driver in his truck. That's possible. That was a good thought. Yeah. Not a good thought, but a good analogy. Right. But that he just took the driver and the truck hostage and go wherever he wants to go. But now they're saying that an hour later, his phone, well, Sheila, his phone would have pinged. He left his phone there, didn't he? Well, it said 2,500 meters from the tower an hour later. Yeah. So it pinged probably while it was there. That's interesting. Yeah. That's an interesting. Yeah. We'll do some more research on this story, because if he left his cell phone there, that would explain it pinging. But how did he get 2,500 meters away? That's pretty good distance. It's interesting for all you CSI people out there. Let's see if we can find out why. Is he still in those woods? Was his cell phone still pinging? When did it stop pinging? Is that before he, you know, there's been two stories. One story is he took the battery out of his car, and one story is he going to carry the battery to his car? I don't know what the reason for that. The way I understood it, he took the battery out of his phone. Okay. Maybe where his phone won't pick up or something like that. I don't know, but some interesting theories out there. And while we're going through this, let's keep trying to figure it out. Guys, here's another interesting thing. You know, I hear these complaints, and you're going to hear this from me. I'm a believer in the Second Amendment. I'm a believer in our Constitution of the United States. I'm a believer in all of it. Take it all. Yeah. It was written for a reason, and we should live by it just like the Bible. Just that's what our forefathers founded us on. And but we're looking through these criminal charges and his criminal record. That man was charged with felonies. He's had felonies before against him. And everybody wants to blame the gun, but nobody wants to blame the individual, the person. The judges, the court system. Nobody wants to blame prosecutors for pleading cases down. They want to blame the gun. They don't want to blame the shooter. They want to blame the gun and the bullets. Imagine had this guy been convicted of at least one felony, had one felony on his record, instead of dismissed or pleading them down. If he'd had one felony on his record, he wouldn't been able to walk into a gun store that day and walk out with the mindset that he had of hurting people. He couldn't have bought a gun. He might have had to go to a flea market. He might have had to go somewhere else. Where's a flea market? Where can you do it at? Right. And even people at flea markets are more leery and try to watch who they're selling to. It's not like everybody says, oh, that you got the money, they'll sell to anybody. That's not necessarily true. So it's interesting that he's had these criminal charges before, but he's never been convicted of a felony. And that's the sad part. Had anybody, any prosecutor, any judge, had prosecuted him or pled him out to one felony, he'd been unable to buy a gun that day legally. And might have made it more difficult for him to got a gun. He may have been in a different state of mind by the time he calmed down and relaxed. And something to think about. Yep, I agree. Good enough, Punk. Alrighty. We'll catch you in a few. We'll tune back in. Okay, there we go. Alright, guys. As you can see, we're getting closer and closer. Exit show you where we're at. Up there's a big cell tower in front of us. That's not the one we're looking for again, though. And but we're on our way.
Right. Okay. As you can tell, we are getting ready to hit exit 49. Back. This truck is.
We're just going to let you follow us to when we go around the curve here. A lot of people comments about messing up a police investigation and doing. Guys, if the crime scene has been cleared, there's no evidence tape, there's no state trooper sitting at the entrance. That's the first thing you look for.
Exactly.
If we see a trooper sitting here, we usually stop and talk to them. But that means that the road's blocked and they don't want nobody up in there.
Exactly.
And if the road's not blocked, that means it's open to people. So here's the tree hanging off right there.
Yeah.
Right here's where the opening is, looking up through there. Now since then, here's guys that's just taking pictures, and I guess where it's exit 49 and they're passing through from other states. A lot of tourists is coming through here to look at it.
Yeah.
Now, as you can see,
there's nobody
there
there.
is nobody around. Now, Sheila and I are going to see if there's buzzards here.
Right.
If the buzzards are here, we're going to hit the woods. If the buzzards are not here, we're going to go do some other investigating, and then we're going to come back later.
Yeah. Look here, there's 3 or 4 trucks parked out here.
Yeah. It's okay. Now, we are not seeing
any buzzards.
Right here, Paul.
Yep, you go ahead.
Right there in that holler and right there around that tower, there are no buzzards this morning. So Sheila and I are going to head to London.
Right.
And we are going to go to the gun store and see what we can find out. Probably nothing.
Right.
They're probably not going to talk to us, and that's understandable. But
all we can do is ask.
Yeah. But at least we'll be able to show you where he bought the gun and so forth. So we're going to head back north on I-75, and there's that cliff me and Sheila almost fell off right there.
Shoot.
All right.
All right, catch you in a few. Okay.
Okay, guys, we're
here.
Go ahead, bud.
Here we are. We came to Center Target to see if we could find out any information on.
Turn left into the parking lot.
There's 2 state police officers here, or city police at least.
Oh wow! Wonder if they're doing. There's 2 of them. Should we?
I'm gonna stick that in my pants. 3 of them. And,
gosh, what's going on?
You've entered the parking lot for your destination.
Film.
See what they say.
That.
Hey, you might be able to talk to some of them and see.
Just leave it on.
Okay, it's running.
I'm gonna leave my phone in here.
Okay. Do you want me to bring my purse with me, or?
You can. Well, I got my card with me.
Do you?
Take your time. I think I will take my phone. Guys, we're getting out at Center Target here in London, Kentucky. This is supposed to be where Joseph Couch bought his last AR-15 from.
Got your key? Yep.
Yeah.
Sorry. Baby.
You're welcome. Yeah, might buy some.
The pocket, yeah. That means you have to
Thank
be
you.
within,
Yes, sir.
within a distance of the
No, just give it to her.
$100.
I didn't think so. No, that's fine. It says 0 on the bottom.
Okay, whatever you think.
How you doing?
Down here.
Is this the place where that guy bought his rifle at?
I don't know. You have to talk to owners
You
about
guys
it.
are making the news.
Yeah. That's not mine. Did you?
You shot there before?
You should know. We just come down here to see where he got his gun. We're just out running around, bounty hunters, trying to get that 35,000.
I figured that would have.
If we get that, we'll be coming back
Figured
buying
if
some
somebody
guns.
just snitched him out by now.
I think he's probably done it.
I just see it driving like just where y'all from?
Up in Liberty.
Ooh, 21, 19. Go ahead.
On this.
Turn around. There you go.
Gadgets, different.
Yeah, I figured that reward would have dialed him out. by now.
Yeah.
Yeah. So they're
Because your mama turned you in for $35,000.
that's right. I turned my wife into that.
I would too.
That's right.
And I'm a retired police officer. Buddy, I tell you, that's we'll see what happens.
Yeah, they had a press conference yesterday. Like I said, they're now coming out of the woods looking for him.
Oh yeah. Well, we was up
Now they're
there.
looking in the community.
We've got a YouTube channel, Hatfield McCoy Museum Adventures, and we were up there showing the crime scene, showing the ledge where he was at. And somebody saw me up there, and here comes 4 troopers. And like I said, I'm retired out of Houstonville, but I was 40 years as a police officer.
So, yeah.
And but it's interesting. We'll
It
see
is.
what happens.
We'll see what happens. I think they now realize they need to back off and let him get caught.
Well, 4 days ago, we've been looking for a couple of weeks and looking for vultures.
Oh, yeah.
And all of a sudden, Saturday I believe it was, we come out of the woods on one side, and we got ready to get in the vehicle, looked up and over that tower, there was about 6 vultures. And we kept trying to horn in on them, but we didn't get a storm out here.
I'd heard that story from other people.
About the vultures?
Yeah.
Yeah, they're there. They wasn't this morning, we just come by there, that's where we was going to go this morning and start looking. But there's no need because they're not there now. So it must have just been a small animal.
Could be.
Who knows?
We had some of the police officers in here Monday, and they said that they're going to get out of the woods and kind of back off and just work in their hometowns.
Yeah.
He'll get a ticket or
Yeah.
speed.
Oh, yeah.
Don't catch him.
We're going to
Everybody
Gray.
knows eventually.
He's got evidently 2 homes.
Yeah.
In Gray's where he was at. We went to his house the other day and done a video on that.
Right.
And then they say that he's got some family that lives in Woodbine.
Yeah.
So we're going to go there today. But you just look
Be
around.
careful,
Yeah,
Woodbine.
eventually, I've had them come out of the woods and just give themselves up.
Yeah.
Just I'm tired of running. I'm hungry. He may not, but
Well, of course, you know how people talk. He uses debit cards,
Yeah.
social security number, you know, you can't rent a hotel room without social security number on also.
Yeah. Thank you.
So they know what happens.
thank you.
Thank you.
It's all cool.
All right, there you go. That's good.
Well, you gotta turn that off when we get out there, but you'll edit that.
Be careful with that.
Why?
Okay, here we go. There we are.
We're not sure how much you'll be able to hear of the video or how much she'll have to take out, because we walked around. I bought a box of shells and almost bought a gun. I'm glad I got out of there when I did.
Me too, guys.
You can't send people like me and Sheila into a gun store.
If I'd found one I liked, I'd be fine.
Having the money or a blank check, you know, had checks, but they'd probably bounce before they
It's all good.
until we get that 35,000. Now when we come back, we'll probably have somebody to buy a gun. Guys, laying all jokes aside, the guy there checking us out, I don't know if you could hear him or not. We asked him if this is the gun store where Joseph bought his gun at. He said, you'd have to talk to the owner about that. We
smiled a little bit.
We know that it is, but anyway, after he checked us out, he talked to us quite a bit there, but he was real low voice, so I'm not sure how much you'll hear. But
I can maybe put the speech text at the bottom, so maybe that'll help. It'll type
be good.
So
Go past this light, then at the next one, turn
we
left.
told them we was bounty hunters. We told them we was out here trying to get
At the light, use the left 2 lanes to
we
merge
told him we was
onto
out here trying to get
I-75 South toward Knoxville.
$35,000. And he said, yeah, he's heard 2 or 3
yeah,
is on that.
yeah,
He said he figured somebody turn them in or be caught by now, but
yeah.
again, he could possibly be dead. And so Sheila and I are headed now. We're turning on I-75, right? Oh, I'm sorry.
It's on
babe.
you. There you go.
And we're going to take I-75 back down to Gray, Kentucky. We're going to go back down to his place where he was at least arrested at when he threatened the neighbor with his first AR.
Right. That
And
was
we're going to
in
see if we can talk to the,
I think that was in 2023, but they didn't arrest him till
February of 24, one,
Yeah.
just this February.
Yeah.
And I can't believe the case is already dismissed, or what's the disposition on it. It looks like it's been dismissed.
Yeah.
I heard this gentleman say on the news that he was never subpoenaed to court, and without a prosecuting witness, you can't prosecute a case. So
In
why?
8.5 miles, take exit 29 onto US 25E, then
So-
Cumberland Gap Parkway toward Corbin.
So why wasn't he 25E, guys? If anybody's interested in going to Gray, Kentucky, to where one of his homes are,
Yeah.
that's where it's at, off 25E.
Yeah.
At the Gray Post Office. We'll show you. But what was we talking about?
I was talking about heading down this way here, and how he was arrested, but you didn't.
Yeah,
understand
how he was
wasn't.
never prosecuted or held accountable on the charges that they had on him. But we're going to head on down here to Gray, and we'll tune back in a little bit.
Okay. Yeah. Alrighty, guys. We're getting closer and closer to Gray.
Turning off on 25E. That's just the way station coming up. We thought that was going to be a marker sign we were going to show.
There's something up here.
Well, we're going to get off on 25E at Corbin, and we're going to turn left. Of course, right now we're heading south on 75. So we're going to make a left up here, go down the off-ramp, and turn left on the 25E, and we'll go probably 5 or 6 miles. I'm not sure. GPS will tell us in a minute.
Okay.
And then we should make a right. I think that's 233, something like that. And we'll take it into Gray, but we'll fill you in as we go.
As we get closer. Hey, there's a sign that says 25E, Corbin and Barbersville. So we're going to turn right up here.
We've had several people, well, not several, but a few, to text us or email asking where this house was at that we done a video on
Right.
a week or so ago. So what we figured we'd do is just show you at least when we turn and where we turn, and
Right.
once we make the left up here on 25E and this girl on this phone tells us which way to, how far it is, we'll know whether to leave the tape on or to just fill you in along the way. But we're going to turn here at exit 29, Corbin, Barberville, and take it?
Use the right lane to take exit 29 onto US 25E and Cumberland Gap Parkway toward Corbin.
We're going to turn left on it. Travel east until we come to a little convenience store, if I remember correctly.
Yeah, there was a little. It was on the left, but I guess it depends on how you come in. The way we come in.
It's gonna be on
Take the
right
exit.
this way.
Okay. Take the exit. It says.
It
Yeah.
should be on our right now. And then we go down to the gray post office. That's where a lady was at.
At
That
the
was,
light, use the left 2 lanes to turn onto US 25E toward Corbin.
there was a lady there, and we asked her if she knew Joseph Couch and
Yeah.
knew where he lived, and she's the one pointed out as to where he lived, or the post office. Told us she used to work with
Turn
him
left.
in a factory, and said he was a decent fella. Said she didn't have nothing bad to say about him. She didn't know he was capable of doing that, but so we're going to turn left here.
Yeah.
And then maybe when she tells us, if it's 8 or 10 miles, we'll turn the camera off and on along the way. If it's just a mile or two, we're going to be going down through Corbin here. And
In 6.2 miles, turn right onto Hazel Fork Road.
okay, we're going to go ahead and we're going to travel 6 miles, about 5.5 miles or so. We'll turn it back on so you can see where we're at, right, babe?
Alrighty, we'll tune back in. Okay, let's see what this sign here says.
Knox County Clerk's Office and Sheriff's Office.
Yeah.
We just crossed the county line into Knox. K-N-O-X, Knox County. There's Knox County Pharmacy.
Yep.
So we're in Knox County, which is where Gray, Kentucky is located.
Right.
And again now, for some of you, you all may have saw the video 2 or 3 videos back where we came here looking for where he lived and
Yeah.
looking around the area.
Yeah.
You know, we're gasping at straws. We know that. This is what me and Sheila's got to do.
Yeah.
I went to a chiropractor this morning. Of course, I messed my back up the other day again. But guys, I'm going to tell you something. I've had surgery, acupuncture. I've had steroid injections over and over again into my back. And I think chiropractor is one of the worst kept secrets, probably, because I've got more relief, thank you, babe, from a chiropractor than I have from anything I've done, seems like. So for you guys out there that's got back issues, I don't know if you've tried because I was leery. I'm thinking they'll pop my back, they'll do this, and me having I got 3 pins in my back, and they'll mess them up or do. But I've got one of the finest chiropractors in Liberty there, Dr. Cundiff, that you could have.
Yeah.
Great gentleman and a great chiropractor.
Yeah. He helped us after our car wreck.
Oh yeah, we had a car wreck years ago. You'd think a cop, the last thing that would happen is we get hit by a drunk driver. Me and Sheila's out at Walmart picking up flowers to plant one spring, and a drunk driver run through an intersection and hit us broadside. They had to take the jaws of life to get us out. So anyway, we went to him then, and he was a big help. Which then I think it was our neck.
Yeah, my back and neck.
He hit us sideways, or she did. It was a woman. Had 4 DUIs and hits us.
And on pain pills or something too. They said she was on some kind of medicine or something. She fell out of the van.
So guys, we're still traveling on. We'll tune back in here as we get closer.
There we go.
Turn right onto State Highway 233. Then turn right.
233, guys. This is the little marathon station we seen a woman at and was asking her while we was pumping gas if she knew where Joseph Couch lives.
Mm-hmm.
And right down through here, now here's the signs we were talking about. We were
At
telling.
the stop sign, turn right onto State Highway 1232.
I'm going
Then
to.
take the first left onto Dr. Jones Road.
Dr. Jones Road, that's what I was trying to.
We were telling. Here's Gray Holiness Church
Yeah.
and Gray Baptist Church. Now, we're going to go straight ahead at this stop sign.
Mm-hmm.
That's a church in front of us, but on the other side of the street, on our side, is the post office.
Right.
And we're going to turn left on Dr.
Jones. I hear where this truck is coming out, I believe.
There's a truck coming out, but here's the post office to the right.
Right here. Here's the first.
This is the Gray post office. In fact, I'll just turn in here
So,
and you
There
can
we go.
see where we're at. That's the Gray post office.
Yep.
40734.
mm-hmm.
And across from us here is Dr. Jones, I think it said.
Dr. Jones.
You want to get it there?
Oh, yeah, there you go.
Dr. Jones.
Yeah, there you go.
And we're going to go up through here to where Joseph Couch lived at one time or lives now.
Okay, yeah. I thought that was him over there, but it's not. It's this next one here.
I'm thinking his neighbor right here on the right is the one that he had issues with, but they didn't show his face on the news. He didn't want to be identified.
Right.
So,
Right here. You
and now he's got no trespassing signs up since the other day. So he don't want to be disturbed.
Right.
This neighbor don't. You can see posted signs there.
Yeah.
That's where he lives. And he's put no trespassing signs everywhere. So I guess YouTubers and people are, I'll come back down this way. Yeah. You can go ahead and show all them back through there. He's got it posted good. We was hoping to get to talk to him,
Yeah.
but it don't look like that's going to happen today.
That's all right.
So we're going to go up here and turn, and we're going to come back, and we're going to get out and do a little filming there at that house once again. And what would be neat is if he has snuck in that house during the night, or
Mm-hmm.
he has.
Well, there was a swing out there. I seen that. Did you notice that? Whoa.
We're okay.
We're all right. We just
still
turned over.
upright. And this looks like a street with very little traffic.
Yeah.
But look here, every time we've been on this street, and you can see where people's been over in the grass
Yeah.
to let other people pass. Every time we've been on this street, there have been other people
Yeah.
coming this direction. So we have a feeling that that is probably going to be sightseers.
Yeah. Do you want?
And,
I was gonna say, do you
we'll
want?
park right here at this intersection. We'll park right here.
I think they were waiting on us to get by.
Yeah.
You just
We'll
gonna
get out there.
leave the car here?
Yeah, I'm just gonna park here. You got it?
Yep.
I'll get the door. You go ahead and get out.
Okay. Get your keys.
Yeah, they're doing the same thing.
Are they?
That is
See doggies.
looking to see.
Yeah. Yep.
Have it there for you.
We're getting on the car here.
This is Joseph Couch's house. There's a security camera, but it's tore down.
Oh, look.
There's no trespassing signs on this side of the road. They're on the other side. And that's a 360 of the house. Somebody pulled in across the road there where there's no trespassing. So, how you doing? All right. You guys live here? Does he? Is that the one they were talking to the other day? Yeah. If we are, I'm sorry, but if I'm a retired police officer, and actually we're going to try, I'm retired, so we're trying to collect that bounty and get him off the road. Tell him, I give him $100 to interview him for 5 minutes.
Do you have the money on you?
We write him a check.
Yeah, I just have them.
I don't have the cash. But you, I think it's, we'll see what he says. Well, you heard it, guys. This guy has put no trespassing signs all over his property now. He don't want to talk. Now, that was his son, and that was his wife, I believe, his daughter-in-law. So when I asked if he's the one that was on the news, give the interview, he said you'd have to ask his dad, but she says, yeah, that was him. And he turned to look at her, of course, but seemed like nice people. They probably just been overwhelmed by, hey buddy. Oh, okay, good. Well, great. Appreciate that. You care if I turn the camera around, or you don't want to be on camera? Okay. My name's Fred McCoy. This is my wife, Sheila.
Hello, sir.
We have a YouTube channel. I'm a retired police officer, and we're trying to find Joseph Couch.
I don't blame you. I can't wait till y'all do.
Well, you know, that's the main goal is to get him off the street.
Yes,
The
it
second
is.
thing is we'd like to get that $35,000.
Yeah, I know. I would. I thought it was up to 50 now.
Huh?
I thought it was up to 50 now.
Oh, I hope it is.
I think so. I think it's up to 50 now.
Oh, I haven't. How you doing?
Pretty good, I
Yeah, I
bet
thought yours
Do
was
you
50
care
now.
if I tape?
No, I don't care nothing.
Yeah,
Okay.
we're ready for 50 if it's fine.
To is my dad.
I'm sorry?
That's the one you want to be talking to is my dad.
Right here?
On the news,
Yeah.
Okay. My name's Fred McCoy.
My name's Donald.
This is my wife, Sheila.
Hello, sir.
I'm a retired police officer of 40 years, and my wife and I have turned into bounty hunters. We're trying to
cool.
get this guy
Y'all
off the
bounty
street.
hunter,
Pup, call me Pup.
Uh-oh, see, he's got somebody up here.
He's got a shit check, I think. Sorry.
Thank you, guys.
Oh, you're welcome.
I appreciate
I didn't
that.
know he's on the news. I told you.
I'm going to.
Where's that little jack?
I need your keys to get in the car.
Well, just wait till we get done here. But I definitely want to.
Yeah. There's a car coming down this way, too. It's a busy little street.
Thank you.
Yes, it is. I'm hardly ever out here. I don't want to be out here.
Well, we come by the other day, and all these signs wasn't up, and I told her, I said, "Boy, they must be aggravating this guy to death."
Yeah, my papa, this is my papa. He's put these signs up, but nobody really cares. Nobody pays attention.
Yeah, well, we did. We wasn't going to stop and bother them, but when we
I
seen,
had seen his news thing on the thing yesterday, and I was like, "Is that my papa?"
yeah.
Yeah.
So I knew what y'all were talking about.
That's good.
So Don, this happened in 2023 with you and him, right? This was a year ago.
No, this
it just happened.
real
It happened all the
recent.
time.
In February, I seen where he'd been
In
arrested.
February, he pulled it on my neighbor and his daughter.
Yeah.
That was another.
We're supposed to be
That
there.
takes you to a row of cliffs
Yeah.
and caves. I mean,
Fuck different in caves.
I've been there, and you can build a fire, and he won't go out.
Yeah.
He sucks it
And
back
he
in
can
that
see
cave,
people
and it
coming a
comes out
mile away.
somewhere.
You know what I'm saying? A mile away. He
He
can be
can
gone.
see.
Yeah.
That'd be perfect place.
He can see
Well.
plumb to the bottom, a mile each way.
Just go straight up.
Past the dollar store, he
When you get to
said.
the top of the hill, you see a brick house. The next road past that brick house, you turn to the right and you go up there.
And
So who owns, is that private property or
No, it's
anything?
a hill. It's like this.
Okay.
It's called Collier
I know.
Hill.
Hazeport. It's called Hazeport.
And,
Collier Hill's the next one.
oh yeah, and they
Hazelford. Okay.
listen, when you get up to the top,
You see
you
a
can
brick house.
see as you're going up through there, you can see it's kind of rough terrain, but it's you can see like big rocks,
You'll see what we're talking about.
and it's a row of cliffs and caves, and he can go if it rains, he can go right back in
Did
there.
his mother the other day? Did you all talk to her at
Yeah,
all?
I
he
did, but
And everybody else is wrong.
Sure.
You know what I'm saying?
I knew when they said they was coming out of the Daniel Boone National Forest, they was going to start checking.
Yeah, I
the
stopped them the other
community.
day up there
Uh,
and asked the police. They said, "Y'all get him?" They said, "No." And I said, "I told him about Hazeport too." Yeah, I don't know.
I don't know.
We'll look. We'll go up there.
We'll go up there, yeah.
You'll see what I'm talking about.
You go up a hill when you first go up to Hazel Fork. You go straight. When you go up that big hill, you'll see a brick house to be the next road on the right.
Next road on the
When you
right.
go up the big hill.
All right. Thank you.
Just keep going up through her, you'll find
You
it.
go through and you'll see.
That's where I was born. That brick house was just on top of the hill. That's where I was born and raised at.
You can tell if somebody's tracked. I
Right.
mean, you know, if somebody's been through there.
You'll be able to tell.
You'll be
You're
able to
bounty hunter.
tell.
You know what to look for.
You guys don't think he's done himself in?
No, definitely not.
Okay.
Definitely not.
Listen, the man's still alive.
Okay.
And all them people look for him, they found his body, but now. They got.
Oh, baby, I tell you, that's it.
There's these Seahawks.
But we did.
Seahawks.
We did. We seen them.
Listen,
Buzzard
that
and
Boone
they were
National
gone,
Forest
which
is
tells us that it's a smaller
Small
animal.
animal.
Probably
Yeah.
just an animal.
Animal, yeah.
Human body.
I just don't think.
decomposed.
I don't
They
think he got
said
good.
they was
I know he wouldn't.
that they was flying drones and that anything
Heat.
with heat sensor,
I mean-
they'd be able to tell it.
2 days ago, didn't
I
they
know.
check his phone off the
I know.
tower?
But if he's dead, he wouldn't be putting off no heat.
Did they check? Didn't he get his phone signal off 2 days ago off that tower?
I don't think it was two. I think it was an hour.
Hour after the shootings, they it pinged.
Look, if he was
Phone
dead,
pinged. But his phone, I thought
No.
he left it at the.
He said, told him they took all my guns, but I'll make bombs and blow Corbin up, burst half Corbin up. That's what Poston said.
Yeah.
well, I think that he's alive.
I know he's alive. I know for a fact. Ain't
I
no
don't
way.
think the man's dead at all.
No, he
'Cause,
He
I don't see nothing pointing to his
Guys,
dead.
all I can tell you is I'd keep an eye around
Oh,
him here
definitely,
because
yeah,
he's,
definitely.
if he, you know, I'm gonna tell you as a cop, 40 years, people always return to the scene. Not always, but a lot of times they return to
I
the
know.
scene of the crime,
Yeah.
Yep.
and they'll return to their home place. Or you ever see pursuits where people are driving
Yeah.
around and they try to get back? They don't
Well,
care.
Well, he
less
has
less
special
than
kid
a
in there
mile
because the
from
feds took
there.
out. Well, that means something. He's gonna try to come back and get it. That's what I've been thinking. I'm out every night looking for him.
And,
Good.
He
It happened.
he
I'm gonna
cut
put
his
him there. Hell, I'll
grass,
see him.
and
I don't care.
that's why I know that,
I'm gonna put him
that he's off his meds, because when he's on his
How
meds,
do you know he's on meds?
That's what I was asking. You
because
said you
the,
can tell. Mental-
You know how it is when you ready to
the change in his
Do
personality.
you know that you're saying meds? Is he on drugs or is he on
No,
meds?
meds.
No,
We didn't know he's on meds
I
till
think
he could stop taking them.
Meds would be something prescribed to you.
Right.
Yeah. We didn't know
And
he was
I
on them until he
think,
stopped taking them. Because he's different.
I could tell. I mean, as soon if you know the meaning at
You
all,
could tell. Yeah. He just wasn't
you
there.
could tell. You just don't change.
But has he ever
Oh,
told
no.
you I'm on meds
No.
for depression or
No,
anxiety or
but I
bipolar?
mean,
You get.
I've
He just went.
my family's
Just
all
quit like
been
that,
in
you
the
know what I'm
nursing field all their lives,
Sure.
and when you have a drastic change in your personality like that,
Just like that, yeah, you know to take it something.
something
Some kind of
something ain't
depression.
clicking right, and
Well, that could also be from taking drugs. Not
Yeah.
getting off your meds, but all of a sudden you're normal and then you start abusing drugs.
I've
and
been
now
doing
you're-
drugs for 45 years, and I ain't like that. I've been doing drugs for 45 years, and I ain't like that.
well, I mean,
Well, you're an honest
Well, I-
fella. ain't
He
you?
really is.
You're an honest fella. You don't care till. That's great. I like
It's
it.
all right.
I think somewhere,
I don't think he's
yes,
dead.
it was like he had a little, and he took care of a boy. I mean, he really did.
Yeah.
Oh.
And I've seen him out there on a trampoline with him. I've seen him out
I'll
there
tell
on
you
the
what I
swings
think.
with
I
him.
think if he's alive,
You know how Army had this certain schedule, they do stuff at certain times?
Yeah.
He does that.
Routine?
He done that a lot. So he's stupid, you know what I'm saying?
I mean,
He had a
Certain
routine.
time he
I've
mowed yards
seen-
and different shit like that. It's certain schedule
the
doing that.
battery went
If
dead
a
a while
man-
ago. He said at one time he put your rifle up on his shoulder.
Yeah, marching
And
around the
he
house.
walks right
And
around
march like he's on guard duty, like you
like
would do.
at least 50 or 70. Man, that guy right there, both should look
Are
like-
you
I
serious?
don't know.
And listen, he'll put it
New
on
Year's,
his shoulder
playing
just
fire
like he's
fireworks off here.
marching, and he'll make circle after circle
So
after
he's
circle.
definitely got.
So yeah, he's got issues.
Yeah.
Well, and see, that's what I tried to tell
It's a hunch
Mom.
you could run that long.
And look how long he's been
It's
running.
11 days.
He's had to
you know,
have-
and everybody looks for him.
11.
Not just the police, feds, the bloodhounds, everything. He's got to have some kind of help.
Oh yeah.
And that's why I say. That's what he said. He said he
Well, I
ain't
mean,
the
what are you
crazy one.
calling
I
him? Get on a
am.
cliff to
That's
shoot
what I'm
5
saying.
people.
That's
And,
what I'm
yeah,
he's on it. It's like he was
say-
right there, but that's wrong.
I would say that gets you a check.
Yeah.
You know,
It gets you a one-way ticket
That's right.
straight to jail.
how much
I hope he gets him death sentence. What I hope he
sense
does.
does that take? Well, guys, listen, we're not going to hold you up anymore. Thank you
Oh,
once
thank
again.
you all.
You're welcome.
You both.
And-
Sheila, you got any questions for me?
No, y'all were awesome.
Yeah,
Thank
we
you
don't
so
even have to ask no
much.
question. You guys are just
Well, that's the way it
That's
was.
what
and,
people wanna know.
I mean, I ain't got no line to
Everybody-
tell you.
Anybody sees you, call
And,
him. Got any information, call it, dude.
Cause
Call it.
look, if he pulled it on him, he pulled it on me, and he shot 5 people, that tells me that he
Don't care.
will shoot.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
He definitely
If you ever
shoot.
see him with a gun again, you
Well-
can't
Yeah.
take that for granted.
Don't go around it.
I won't
no
take
more-
it for granted
There's no
anymore.
more
no, I
threat.
No.
I mean,
Yeah, he's ready.
he's proved himself.
Yeah,
That's right.
he's ready to kill.
Yeah, don't take no chance.
He won't think twice.
I don't
Guys.
plan on
Take it easy.
Yeah.
Thank you all so much.
it. Well,
Sorry about that, guys. My camera got hot and went dead. That camera does that a lot. So if anybody knows any camera that would be good to use, please let us know in the comments below.
Do you, you're the neighbor on the other side. Do you care if we get you on camera, or you'd rather not? Okay.
I'm
Stand right there.
I'm done with it for the simple reason.
I saw you on the
for the
news.
simple reason, you know.
they supposed to bring it back up, ain't they?
Yeah.
That's what they said.
And
Because they didn't send him no letter.
I've got kids, and
Yes, sir.
Yeah, I'll
That
blame
was
you.
our
I'll
question.
blame you.
I'm a retired police officer, 40 years.
Yep.
And our question is, who had the charges, I assume you,
me.
had they he was charged with felonies there, at least one felony.
They never.
No one's ever
They
done
never
that.
sent him nothing.
Had they convicted him or let him play it or anything,
No one's ever
or
done.
he would have had a felony on his record, he would have never got this second
He
gun.
drove
Exactly.
and listen,
Yeah, he never done that.
I kept
Did
telling
they take
him.
his gun that day? I'm so sorry.
That's okay.
I'm afraid he's going to leave on me. They didn't take his gun that day. Why did he buy another gun for?
See, that's what
We
we
just
said.
left the gun store down there. They wouldn't.
Well,
They wouldn't say nothing
what
either
what the
I
deal
can
was,
get a bunch of 'em.
I told the police officer that day that I said if he bought one that morning, he's got 2.
Mm-hmm.
And he said, what do you mean he's got 2? I said, not 2 weeks ago he pulled one of them on me right here. And my neighbor, he said you all going to jail. I said, for what? And he said,
Wow.
he went through my yard. I said, he didn't go through your yard. I said, when we brought my old lady's paralyzed on the right side, and I usually stop over and get him, and he helps me take her in. And we was here, and he pulled that gun, and when he told Big and said, you're going to jail, and when I said, for what? I said, I just wanted to pick him up. He didn't come through your yard.
Well, he don't have.
And
no
he
trespass.
said,
If
oh.
he did, he can't go to jail for it.
And I said, he said, he thought it was that other big guy, because he comes through his yard every time. And state police came and said that he's called him 10,000 times. And they asked that big guy, said, please don't go back through his yard. Said, save me a lot of trouble.
What's the deal on the address at Woodbine?
Yeah.
That's his mama.
Listen, that's his
I
mother.
figured
That's
his
his mama.
mama
And,
or grandpa or something.
You can see
But
right
he
up
lived
there.
here.
Yeah.
Yes.
It is right there.
And they have took, I don't know how many boxes of stuff out of here. They took about
Since the
15
shooting.
boxes.
And he owns the other house
since
over
the
there,
shooting,
too.
They took about 15
In
boxes.
Woodbine?
No, the white one right here.
Well, see,
Oh, that's his too?
That's it
Yeah,
too. All 3 of them too.
all 3
Oh.
in that boat.
I don't even know
all
police
it
knows
is.
about that.
Well, that right there looks like a good hiding spot.
And well,
Yeah,
there
he's
was
definitely
a
out
thing
over
up,
Yeah.
and like he
Yeah,
didn't own
I
that.
can't wait to see him.
And I told his
Smash it.
mom come over here.
You live here.
I live right over here, right over here.
Okay,
And
you're
his
another
mom
neighbor
came over here.
So he don't get
And,
along with your neighbor.
No, ain't nobody like this fool.
I told her, I said, the police said you can't nobody be over there. And she said, I talked to FBI this morning. They told me I could come over here and sit and think about my boy. I said, your boy's lonelier in hell.
Yeah, her mom
And
did,
she
mom's the same
said,
way.
he's a good boy.
Yeah.
See, a lady
I
told
said,
her-
if he's a good boy, I'm right.
Yeah.
And she said, don't.
Okay.
She got
That's a
his
good
clothes.
question.
She got his.
Uh,
She was
listen.
carrying out his clothes. and
Until the
stuff.
week he's
Yeah,
had,
she's taking him.
it was like clockwork. At 7:26 to 7:30, he put that little boy in the car and took him to school. And the week all this happened, I didn't see the little boy one time.
So he's
And-
got a son.
Yeah, and a dog.
yeah, and a dog.
And a dog.
Oh, wow.
How old
Okay.
are they?
The little boy, I'd say 8 or 9. The little girl, I'd say is probably 6.
So do you know what set them off? Was it a domestic? Was it?
They said something about a family reunion. Set them off. Set them off.
I don't, listen, he's been like this before he ever went to the family reunion. I mean, he's been out there.
Sure.
And, I mean, when you speak, you know, when you have a conversation with him, you can tell, man,
he's got out somewhere else.
he's a few fries short.
We did a video yesterday where we went to the
Actual
cliff where
shooting.
he shot from, right to the crime scene.
Yeah.
And we was wondering, why would he travel from here to exit 49 to shoot? Why would he stop in London, get a gun, then travel back?
He went. The family reunion was.
All right, girl was with him.
somewhere.
I'm thinking that they dated and that was their first date or something. That
Significance.
hillside has some kind of significance.
Something.
Big old flat
So there's some
area.
girl with him. They went to go to jail.
The girl was with him, I think.
Like that upper chamber, we shot somebody in the face.
Everybody's lived so far.
Yeah.
One of them was shot right
Yeah,
there.
that's what I thought. I 49ers.
And it was but I promise you can if
If you're on
you talk.
YouTube, go to Hatfield McCoy Museum Adventures on YouTube, and you'll see the video. It's about an hour.
Boys and boys don't get along.
He's both. He's both.
If I was betting, there was a man told me plainly. He was in Hazelport up at the cliffs, up at them caves. There's an office row of cliffs and caves through
Oh,
there.
sure. We've been all over. We've been at it.
place too.
We're week-long bounty hunters.
Well, have you
We've been at it for a week.
Did y'all?
I'd take his mom out.
Well, we've been watching for the buzzards,
You hear me?
and then Saturday about 6 buzzards
Somebody's
showed
taking
up.
you food.
And
I don't think he's dead.
No, his mom's taking you food.
And listen,
I think somebody would see him by now, guys.
Here's what I think.
Somebody would have
You know
seen him
that
somewhere.
that food astronauts taking them little packs,
Oh, yeah.
whatever they're called.
MR ration.
Listen, he's smart as a whip, little boy is. Don't let nobody kid you.
So you don't think it was off the whim? You don't? I thought maybe this girl up here told us they had a domestic with his girlfriend, and he
It went off.
Why would you go buy a gun and go up there to shoot? You know? He planned this out.
Now, I heard that he
Where's that other gun at?
I have no idea.
Where's the AR he pulled on you?
that's what I said.
Yeah.
And
And all the times he pulled guns on everybody here,
he wears one on his side
And
too.
if he pawned it out, he would have went to the pawn shop. He wouldn't went and bought another one. He
No,
just
listen,
He just I know.
the old boy's got money. I ain't even buying it.
No.
does he draw disability from the army or something, or
Guaranteed y'all just listen.
He worked for dispatch too.
worked at dispatch? I saw that somewhere. Where at?
We
Knox
thought
County?
he
Whitley
did.
County, I think.
Whitley
I
County.
think so. I think it's Whitley.
Worked for 911 in Whitley
I'm
County.
pretty sure it's all right.
He worked for the police dispatch.
Yeah, in Whitley County though.
And
That's where Woodbine.
Yeah.
That's where we're
Well,
going
as soon as you pass the bypass, that's Whitley County right there.
Yeah.
That's all that's Whitley.
look, common sense tells you he's got a little sense. He put the trampoline together. He put the swing set together.
He's fixed all his, remodeled his own house.
he's,
He's done all that maintenance work.
Listen, in
Yeah,
that
it's
front
okay.
house, listen, that'd be the place.
I'm gonna check on the baby.
All right.
You need me home.
Nice
All
meeting
right,
you,
all
sir.
right.
Nice meeting you, sir.
Several times, at least 5
Got
times,
kids.
that I've spoke with him
Well, that just tells
before
me
this
Got
happened.
kids.
everybody's.
Yeah.
You can see, you can come in. If
I watch them every night.
right here's a place that
Everybody's wondering.
See, I don't even
I
think the police knows about this house right here. He owns it too.
The little white.
That's what I was telling you.
Yeah, big house up there.
Why don't he live in?
well, you see that
He
little,
was living right here.
well, I see they broke,
So he broke in the door.
locks and broke off. See that little building right there?
I see that.
I can film you.
I think, if
Yeah, all of them, some of them.
you see the little thing, the little door it's open?
Yeah.
No, not till a few nights
Has that
ago.
just been opened recently?
Yeah, a few nights ago. They found out it was his.
Did anybody go in there and check?
FBI agents went in there, because when they pulled in, I said, "Are you the police?" She said, "Yeah." And I said, "Do you know he owns that front house?" And she said, "We found out last night he did." See, he had a thing right there. See where he just went through?
Yeah.
And they took it down.
Did
And he had like 15 cameras around this place.
Yeah.
And they took him down because he was wherever he was at. He was calling and telling them, "I see you in my driveway."
Who took them down?
The police did.
Oh, did they?
Oh wow, they took him off his property. Okay.
Yeah, the police did that night. And they kicked that door open up there.
Anybody's in there?
And now that's what I say. I ain't got no lies to tell.
No, I know that.
I
I know the neighbor didn't want to get involved, and I understand that. But again, the criminal charges. Had this man been prosecuted and held accountable for what he's already done, he would have
happened.
He would have never got this second gun.
Well,
I don't believe him calling off, but this right here, some people don't call off.
my buddy right there, he said that they didn't send him anything telling him that he was going to court.
Y'all listen, this ain't ratting, people.
So they dismissed.
Oh, this is
I
not
don't
this.
believe this is ratting.
This ain't ratting. This is a man that shot 5 innocent people driving down the road.
That's right.
This man shot 5 innocent people.
And
That could have been your family or mine.
Oh, if it wasn't for this, I wouldn't even
and
call off
and
here.
look, the police
I
had
had my own
look at
business.
all the
Yeah, I had it all
resources
right
they
in my
have
house.
put into this. They put $500,000 trying to catch him.
Yeah.
Yeah, if they didn't charge him, he went to jail for that. When we pointed a gun on him,
If we get them, they're going to put out 35,000 more.
Well, I think that,
He says it's up to 50
I
now.
think it's 50 for real. So I heard.
it was 35 the last time I know.
Yeah.
And when he'd always come out right there. There was a guy come up through here one day, and he was from Baltimore. And he asked us,
It's my
"Is this
checkbook
the
in your
main road?"
purse.
And I said, "No." And he said, "Can you tell me how to get to Colt's store?" And I told him, I said, "Just take the next road over and follow it down." And I said, "You'll see his store there on the right." And he pulled in this driveway here to turn. When he did,
Dude went off.
he come out and
He went off.
he went off. He said, "Get the hell out of my driveway." I said, "Buddy, he's lost. He's
Everybody
just
pulled in his
turning."
yard, he'd go off.
Yeah.
And, he said, "I don't care. I want that car out of my driveway now."
When we come by the other day, we've been here before. These signs, you've just put these up, haven't you?
No,
was these up the other day?
Yeah.
I didn't even notice
I put
them.
them up,
That's why we didn't stop on them.
They're supposed to plumb back through the end.
Okay.
He put them up about when he bought the place.
See,
Sheila, step
this
over
is
where I
why-
can get you in
this
there.
is why-
That's okay, not you. Her too, both of you.
This is why I
Get in there,
put
Sheila, where I can.
All this up. 'Cause I don't need that kind of hassle.
Sure.
I mean, I really don't.
Well,
And if
I'm so glad you come out.
I'm trying to talk to him, putting the privacy and stuff now.
I'm so glad you come out and talk to us because I know that people, we don't even have that bigger channel, but the people that's on there want to know. Yeah, you've heard that old saying, inquiry minds. This is interesting. A man just gets up on the cliff and starts shooting.
Yeah, everybody thinks he lives in Woodbine, but he don't. He lives right there.
I see. Sheila and I thought that,
I'm
Yeah,
one
he lives right
who,
there.
and I seen the Hinkle couch or something on that mailbox, and I told Sheila, I said, that's his grandpa or his family or somebody.
that's it, right here. This is
Yeah,
his
this is where he
place.
lives right here.
And when
He owns
they
all
said
3 places.
Woodbine, my old lady said, "No, ain't that where his mom is?" I said, "Yeah."
I figured
and she
that.
said, "Why are they putting it on the radio that he's from Woodbine?"
Guys, if he's as crazy as what everybody's saying, how did he get a job at dispatch? And
That's right. That's right.
is he
How is he
politically?
smart enough to make sure everybody thinks he lives in Woodbine?
Is he politically connected? Because like the criminal charges over here,
Everything got dropped.
everything
Me,
got,
I'd be under
and
jail.
he says he wasn't.
You know
Yeah,
what I'm saying?
you know, if you don't have a witness show up against you, a prosecuting witness, they dismiss the charges on you.
Yeah, well,
Yeah, you beat the problem.
I
Let me go.
think that they
I'll give
dismissed
it
him
Go
in
ahead and
a
talk
way.
to him. Come here, please.
They dismissed him in a way that it could be brought back up if the guy,
Dismiss
you
him,
know,
just-
if the guy, you know, says, "Hey, I want him in jail." He did tell me before this ever happened. He said, "No, they didn't send me no paper to go." He said, "You know, I would have went."
Well, sure.
And
Yeah, that's stupid.
he said, "I feel so bad about that." I said, "Well, look, man, it ain't your fault." I said, "All you
done all
gotta
you
do
can do.
is call the clerk's office and tell them you did not receive it. Anything saying that he was going to court."
Mm-hmm.
And he
He
said,
parked down here.
he said he was going to, and he was going to bring it back up. So
So
that way they'd bring it back up. But
Right.
now it ain't too late.
You'll be all right. There ain't nobody
I
comes to down this
think
road much anyway.
that it's a good idea if they do bring it back up.
Right.
This way they can't let him. If they get him,
Uh-huh.
at least they can hold him
Right.
on the charges
suspicions.
of him and his daughter.
Mhm.
And his daughter ain't
Hey,
that.
little bitty girl. She started crying and everything.
She-
Don't kill my daddy.
Yeah, that's what she said.
Bless her. That's
And,
awful.
I know. You don't
And
do
he's
that
a good
for
guy,
kid.
man.
No,
And
You don't do that
really,
for
Traumatize
kids,
him.
kid, right?
look, when the guy was on his medicine, he wasn't nothing.
No, not like that.
Do you know what kind of medicine he takes?
No.
But you can tell when
You
you,
can tell
talk
who's
to him.
on.
Okay.
He is definitely off of
No, he
some
said
kind
2 weeks
of
before,
meds.
2 weeks to the day before he done it. He said he's gonna do something. He's off his meds. Yeah.
You're more than
I
welcome.
appreciate
Thank you, sir.
I mean, if there's anything I can tell you,
Do you
that'll
have a
help
phone?
catch him. Yeah, I do.
Can I get your number in case we need to call you or something?
Yeah,
And I'll give you a card with our number on it.
Yeah.
it's 606.
Oh, you don't have to put it on there.
I'll
Just,
stop this.
Pause it, yeah.
That is okay. Okay, we were just told by one of the neighbors there that he owned the White House here as well. This
he owns
house.
this whole corner here.
Yeah,
He owns this outbuilding where
Yeah.
the trampoline is. He owns the White House.
yeah,
And he owns the little brown house. And he owns the little shed out from the White House here.
right.
You want me to hold it over here for
Yeah,
you?
if you don't care. He owns all of that, so that's his too.
That is his house here too.
So this is where he lives.
And this is where he lives. His mother lives at Woodbine
Right.
in Whitley County. We're in Knox County. This is where everything takes place. He's threatened three of his neighbors, according to this fella. You heard it. He done his own talking. Those two did, and I don't think they're not telling the truth. They
Right.
seem to be credible. What reason would they have to make up anything on this fella?
Exactly. I
Well,
agree.
I mean, they would have had to plan it way in advance because they actually went and got criminal charges on him.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
for threatening them with guns.
So he's threatened a couple people right there around him
Guys, we were going
to Woodbine.
to
yeah.
Woodbine, but we don't see no reason. Now, Sheila and I are going to go up here to this other place. They told us that he could be
Hazel Fort.
Hazel something right
Hazel
here on
Fort, I
left.
think.
Hazel
He said,
Fort.
go
That's where
past the dollar store.
That's where the
and then-
GPS was taking us originally.
Okay.
But we knew where to come
Yeah.
from before. We're on Highway 233, I think it is here.
And then he said that he lived in the brick house. He was raised in the brick house at the top of the hill that we're going.
And we're going to
and
go
make a
up,
left.
hit 25E and turn left.
Mm-hmm.
But
Wow.
this is going to finish this video. This is going to be between the drive down,
Mm-hmm.
the gun store. As far as we know, Center Target gun store there in London is where he was actually, where he bought the gun from.
Right.
Now that guy in Center Gun never confirmed it. I asked him if this is where the guy bought his gun, and he said you'd have to talk to the owners.
Exactly.
So, but you know, if it's not, usually if something's not a certain way, they deny it and say, well, no, this ain't it. So you know. So when they don't say nothing or say talk to somebody else, that's probably a, but everybody that's reported so far or has any knowledge has said that that is the gun store.
Right.
So we're going to go up here and turn left on Hazel Hollow or road, whatever it might be,
Yeah.
which I think is the next road we come to.
Yeah, he mentioned the dollar store. He said,
Right up here, I believe. Yep.
what's this right here, this hill? What's this? Hazel
Fort. Way to go.
So it's across the
We
street.
was thinking it
so-
turned to the right. It turns to the...
Yeah, so it's right up that hill. There.
Good job, bud.
Thank you, baby.
This is where these two gentlemen, of course, they're like us, guys. It's a needle in a haystack. Everybody thing is... I'm still on the side of that he's deceased. But
They, talked about his mom, so top of that hill is where he was raised.
Astor Lane.
Yeah. He said go to the main top, but
I think he's talking about right back there.
yeah, I don't see a brick house though, do you?
Coming up on a hill up through here.
Maybe, yeah. Let's just follow it and see what it does.
Dog's in trouble.
Ruh-roh, Raggy.
We got a garbage truck in front of us.
And the orange, yellow truck behind you. So, do you want to pull over? Or?
Okay, guys, we're heading north on 75. We're going back to exit 49.
Yeah.
Where we been, Sheila?
We went back to Gray, as you all know, and we got out this time and walked around his house and stuff, and then we got to talk to a neighbor, and which you'll see the video on that. That is where he lives. He did say, I mean, he told us a bunch of stuff, but we asked about what happened. You know, why did he go do that? And he said that it was because of a family reunion.
Now, that's what he told us.
That's what the neighbor said, yes. But said he's been into it with just a couple neighbors there around him where he lives. And if anybody got on his property, that upset Mr. Couch. And so he said that, you know, he was different.
We didn't go to, Sheila and I planned to go to Woodbine.
Right.
Woodbine is where his mother lives.
Right.
That's her house. So we didn't go there. They confirmed that this is his house. In fact, he's got 2 houses there.
Yeah.
A couple of outbuildings.
Yeah.
And so that's where he was living. This neighbor here says that he's also, this is not the one that was on the news.
Right.
This is another neighbor, and he says he also poured a AK on him, or a AR-15. Yeah, I'm thinking about AK-47, but he poured a rifle on him also. And you'll hear the story. We'll let him speak for himself. We'll let him. That way, you know, we can't confirm or deny anything. All we can do is report, and we're new at this. Sheila and I are Hatfield McCoy historians.
Exactly.
We're off in a whole new segment of something here, bounty hunting and carrying the news. So we'll put the video on there that I offered him $100. He's got no trespassing signs around his property. Told his son to tell his dad if he come out and talk to us, we give him $100 for 5 minutes, and he talked to us way longer than 5 minutes. You'll see.
They were very nice.
Very nice fellows, 2 of them. Both of them live right there in that area. Both of them's out keeping an eye, night watching more or less. And the third neighbor.
Yep, he came down. So those 3 have had trouble with him for sure. And then they said there was another neighbor out through there that he had trouble with.
The other neighbor that come by, he's the one that was on the television interview the other day.
Yeah.
He didn't want to be on camera neither. He stood there and talked, but he didn't want to be on camera. And we can respect that. That's you know, all we want's the information or some kind of knowledge, somebody to try to fill in the blanks for us and the viewers, because you guys are as inquisitive as we are.
We found out he does have 2 children, a boy and a girl.
Correct.
Don't know the ages for sure, but you'll see in the video.
Also says that he was a dispatcher.
Yes, he did.
A dispatcher for the police department.
That's what the gentleman said.
Now, again, we can't confirm or deny it. We don't know. We're telling you what this gentleman told us. You'll see the videos, and hopefully, if you come up with any questions there that you think we left out, we more or less just let them talk. We might have asked a couple of questions, but they were more or less filling in the blanks, just talking.
Yep.
Plus, I didn't want to interrupt them. I'm a talker, And when you get two talkers together, you ain't gonna find out much information. If you're looking for information, you better shut up and sit back and let the person you're wanting information from talk. And that's what I tried to do as much as I could.
Yeah, gotta be a good listener.
Huh?
Gotta be a good listener.
Gotta be a good 7 miles to Kentucky 909, 7 miles to exit 49. And Sheila and I are going back out in the woods. We're gonna see if the varmints, the buzzards are flying around. I see you laughing. I know what you're laughing at.
Varmint.
No. Buzzards. I called them buzzards yesterday.
Yeah, I did.
Sheila laughed at me.
Oh my goodness, he's so funny.
Guys, it's going to be an interesting video. At least it is for Sheila and I. We're happy with it.
That's right.
We had several comments or several questions that we were going to answer for people on this video, but it looks like it's going to be lengthy enough without going over a bunch of stuff. So we're probably going to end this video, ain't we, babe? Go ahead. You go ahead, and if there's anything else that you can think of that he told us about, if any of you think of a question that you think we should have asked and we didn't, just put it in the comments. We've got this gentleman's phone number, and we can call and ask him if it's a legitimate, good question.
Well, sure.
We'll call and ask him and send him a check for his time, because we want our viewers to be happy. And Sheila's tickled to death with the subscribers that she's got the last few days.
Thank you all.
What's that old saying? A happy wife is a happy life. So it does. It tickles her. And if you guys knew how much it did tickle her, you'd subscribe just to make her happy. She likes to see those subscribers, and she likes to see those views. It ain't for the money. There's not that money in it for us. We don't have that bigger channel or that bigger.
Nope, it's all good.
But we enjoy doing it now. It's turned into a hobby.
Yeah.
Gives us something to, gets us out of the house.
There you go. Looked like it was a little storm earlier, but I don't know. Maybe it will. The clouds got pretty dark earlier today.
Guys, we hope you enjoy this video. Stay tuned, because
more to come.
In about 4 miles, we're going to get off on exit 49 and we're going to hit the woods again. We're not done.
Right.
We're not done. They seem to think that his mom or family's taking care of them. They seem to think, you know, thinking something, it being the truth, is two different things. And I'm thinking he's up here dead. Now, I could be wrong, but we're not going to find him sitting at the house if he's out in those woods dead somewhere. So if we could find him, even if he's dead, at least we found him. At least they can close this chapter of Laurel County's history as far as him being out here on the loose. So we're going to do our part.
All right. So I'm going to go ahead and close it out
You
then.
do it. Do your thing, baby.
Hope you're having a great day, guys. Thanks for watching. Please like, subscribe, and share. We'll catch you on the next one.
I thought you was going to do this and ask them to share.
Please, 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 please. Bye. Okay, see that tower way off in the distance there? That's where we're going to, guys.
The sign says Livingston 2 miles, exit 49. That's where we're going.
Right.
If you look straight ahead of us here, there's a tower. We don't know if you can see it or not. It's at a distance.
Right there.
But that's where we're going to be parked under here in a minute.
Yeah.
That's where we're going back to. That's where the buzzards were flying around the last couple of days.
Right.
And we're going to be in that area again.
Yeah.
And but that's where he went to do his shooting. Anytime you come down I-75 north toward Lexington, look at mile marker 47. We just passed mile marker 47, and there's the tower that he is at. Unless it's over here, sweetheart. Which way? No, it's gonna be that way.
I think it's it over there. There's a storm.
The road's turning to the right here, ain't it?
Yeah.
The way we're going, I was thinking it's gonna be there's gonna be two of them.
Yeah.
But I think that's it.
So we'll tune back in as we get. Okay,
yeah, if you want, let's just wait and let them see if we can see a better view as we go around this curve.
Oh, okay.
And this can be the beginning of your video that we're going to do today.
Here we go.
Exit 49.
Yep. Exit 49.
We are coming up on the exit.
Right.
Here's mile marker 48. So we have got 1 mile to go.
Okay.
Half a mile to go to exit 49.
All right.
And you can see the clouds.
Oh yeah, looks like it's going.
Looks like we're going to get wet today, but we've got a couple of ponchos.
Yeah, we're all good.
If we need them, we'll use ponchos. We are going to try to find. There's your tower, babe. There you go.
I was looking for it there.
Over top of the truck stop. And here's exit 49, Livingston.
Yeah.
This is where we're headed. So we'll catch you guys here in a little bit.
Right. Here we go.
Let me pull over there and ask them. Tell them what we're going to be doing.
Yeah, let's let him know. Is he sitting in? Oh, he's sitting in the middle. Okay. That's good to know. Oh, you gonna pull it the other way? Oh, there's one up
Just
here.
keep your camera going.
Yeah, I've got it up here, so I didn't see him. There's somebody over there. This way.
How you doing? Hey, we were up here the other day. I'm a retired police officer, and they saw us up on the cliff and had to send you guys out to check on us. And I was just going to check in and let y'all know, unless it's off limits, we're going back up there.
I haven't been told that it is.
Yeah. They told us the other night, just stay away from the road.
Right.
And we're wanting,
Where you gonna park at?
probably right there at the tower. We're just going to be up there for a little while, probably. We filmed the other day, and there's one little area that we wanted to get a better film on.
All right.
But thank you, buddy.
Okay, so y'all heard it. He didn't say it.